Welcome everybody. My name is Thomas Daniel. This is, I guess, my first attempt to create a YouTube video. I've got a couple little blooper takes, as you would want to call them, that I'm probably going to throw at the end of this video. So here's my attempt at this. I'm an entrepreneur, YouTuber, or trying to be a YouTuber, I guess. And there's kind of a couple things that I want to share with you guys to kind of maybe help you guys with like a section of my channel. Kind of talk about what I've done and how I've gotten this far with my screen printing shop. How I have something to introduce to people that may want to kind of throw money into my screen printing shop. We're also going to do maybe some vlogs, some unboxings, just kind of cut back. I can kind of be kind of comical at times, like you'll see at the end of this video with some of these little blooper reels I did. This is my first video, so if it's horrible, please be nice. Excuse me. So kind of, I made a video 10 minutes ago. I cut it short, deleted it, wish I wouldn't have kind of, I can't edit. That's something else I have to learn how to do. So I'm just trying to, just kind of get a feel for you guys, see what you guys want to hear, what you guys want to see. Anything that you want to talk about. This video here is going to, possibly be a little shorter than, any other video that I'm going to post here in the near future. I'm going to try to put a couple of videos together today, possibly Sunday as well, get them edited, sorry, and get this, try to get this thing started. One of the first things that I want to talk about is I want to build like a little series. I'm not exactly sure how many videos that it's going to contain, but it's kind of in the realm of business, starting your own business. I am in no way, shape, or form an expert. I am not a consultant. Just trying to give you guys the path of which that I've went down, things that I've done, how I've got my business out there. Even though my business is screen printing, I'm still in the process of looking for money to be put into my business. I do get clients every so often in the wintertime here in Oklahoma. It's very, very slow in this industry. A lot of your screen printing shops in my town have completely shut down, and I live in, as far as I know, is one of the largest cities in Oklahoma. They've all shut down. They all go home. They don't work all that much just because the business isn't there in the winter. I am looking at moving to a different state that is more focused, where we're going to get screen printing all year round. But just because my business is screen printing doesn't mean that's 99% of all the advice that I am going to give. Just because I've done it doesn't mean that it's not going to apply to anything that you're doing. Whether you're starting a business or, you're long-term, been in business a very, very long time. Hey, if you've got any advice for me, please. Like I said, we're also going to do vlogs. I'll probably do some unboxings here and there. If there's anything that you guys want to see, let me know down in the comments. I'll do my best to cover it. If I don't know the answer, I will, straight up come and tell you I don't know anything about it. I can do a little bit of research and give you my opinion. I can be very opinionated. So let's just kind of jump into this. I know this is, I tend to blab a lot and get myself carried away. This is kind of hard to talk about. If you really want good advice on anything to do with business and the mindset of it, which is, what I'm going to try to focus this video on, is kind of the mindset about business and where I've struggled throughout the years. We're going to jump into that right now. I'm going to try to shorten this because, we're at 4.5 minutes. So I'm going to try to shorten that a little bit and jump into this part. The mindset for business is probably the most important thing that you will ever do within your business. If you go into, any type of business whatsoever, screen printing, YouTube, anything, anything in business, developing apps or different types of software, things like that. If you don't have the correct mindset, then it's just never going to work. You're going to constantly be unmotivated to do anything. A couple of channels that I recommend and it's helped me a whole bunch, and I hope he doesn't mind me giving him a shout out like this, is Gary V. I watched a video. I was, scrolling through YouTube one day, and I found a video with Gary V. And it kind of like he resonated with me. It kind of felt like, even though I know he wasn't, it seemed like he was talking to me directly. I've dibbled and dabbled in different types of businesses. I've even tried to sell Herbalife, years and years ago. I've tried to sell for Vistaprint. I've dibbled and dabbled in all of it. So I kind of went back to what I know, which is the graphic design industry. I know how to make signs and banners and, screen printing. My business, I can print anything, t-shirts, sweatshirts. I've never tried signs, like the little coroplast signs, like lawn people stick in their, in their yard after they mowed your grass, or roofing companies. I've never done those. That is something that I'm going to get into, which will be about my next video, learning something new every day. But in I kind of got off sidetrack, sorry. Delete this part. So with the mindset, you've got to train yourself to basically concentrate on this 365 days a year. In my business, this is all I think about from the time I wake up, from the time I go to bed. I want to start a clothing brand, just put a logo on a shirt, sell it, shirts, hoodies, cups, whatever I can, stick it on. I'm still in the process of doing that, but it's constantly a mindset. What can I do to make my business better? What is something, or, some things that, my competitors are not doing, or, they're lacking thereof to be able to do it, to do better business. So I'm always thinking about that. I'm always, trying to learn something new every day. As it stands right now, because of everything that I've processed inside my head, I've learned how to build websites. I am not a professional at it. You can obviously tell in my websites, but I did a bunch of calls. We're looking at tens, $15,000, $20,000, $30,000 to have a website built. I learned how to do it all on my own. The only thing I'm paying for is the hosting and the plugins. I have an Excel sheet that I learned myself, but that's all part of the mindset. I kind of do it without thinking about it. I write stuff down because I've been thinking about it for a couple of days, and I kind of work everything out. It may not make any sense. Some of you may or may not believe me, but a lot of it has to do with your subconscious trying to force it into doing something else. It's gonna, if you've been doing something for long periods of time, and then when you go to change it, your subconscious is gonna completely try to flip it back. It doesn't like it. It doesn't like change. It took me over a year to put myself in where I am, and it's thousands and thousands of hours of looking at YouTube videos, trying to figure out what avenue to take, watching inspirational videos. Like I said before, I watch a lot of Gary V videos, a lot of inspirational stuff from Will Smith. There's a couple of other different channels that I watch. I'll post some of that stuff in the description. So it's all mindset. You've got to make sure, if you're not into it and you're just doing it because maybe your friend's doing it, or you saw someone else doing it and they're making a lot of money, that doesn't mean necessarily that that's something that you need to do. Not saying not to do it, but you need to make sure this is a passion of yours. You've got different avenues of income. You can flip, you can flip cars, flip stuff at Dollar General or stuff like that to make a passive income. And some people make that their full-time income. But you're talking 80, 90 hours a week. So with your mindset being that, you have to make absolutely positively sure that it is something that you love. It's all I think about is my business. Um, as it stands here, YouTube, no matter how you put it, unless you're just doing this just, kind of as a video diary, it kind of becomes its own business. Um, I watch a lot of vloggers and stuff like that, and that's kind of, I've always thought, well, I can do that. I can do that. And I started, over the past of a couple of months, that's kind of how I do things. I think about it for long periods of time to make sure this is what I want to do, or trick myself. Um, I know I want to do it, but I got to keep telling myself this is what I want to do, this is what I want to do, and the drive will build. Um, there are going to be things in your business that you're going to regret doing, or not really regret doing, but not like doing, but you have to. Building my website, it is still not done. I still have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours to put into this website. It's a little more intense than most of your websites. This is not, I've got a blue shirt, a red shirt, a green shirt, whatever. You pick it, you pick a size. There's a lot more that goes into screen printing. And that's what, there's a lot of coding and stuff that has to go into it. So there's some things I do to pay for that I'm going to have to pay someone to do the programming and things like that, unless I can figure out some other way of doing this. So I'm doing, the mindset has to be there, and you have to have the drive that you want to do. Like I said, go in the links down below, check out Gary Vee's channel, check out, scroll through his videos, watch all of his videos. I haven't watched all of his videos. I just kind of pick and choose the ones I want, but a humongous inspiration for kind of my mindset changing. There's another channel, if I can find it, I think I'm subscribed to it, that you can go through and watch kind of how, I may sound stupid for this, but like you've got, like your mind that you think, someone walks by, like, oh, there's a person. And then you have your sub-mind as, that kind of, it's kind of like the programming like it would be in a computer. You can change it. It just takes a lot of work. And trust me from experience, it does take a lot of work. I used to be the kind of person that I would get discouraged really quick. And I would stop doing it. And then one day I just kind of got tired of that, just started reading books and watching Gary Vee's channel. I've seen a couple of stuff of Will Smith. There's a couple of videos on YouTube, or not on YouTube, on Facebook, that really I got addicted to those videos. You can scroll through those, and find inspirational videos and kind of check those out. That was kind of the process and the step, and then with me doing that, then the fear comes in. Is this going to be worth it? Am I going to fail? Fear is, one of the things inside your mind that'll stop you from doing anything. I was so scared, I put it off and put it off and put it off and put it off and put it off. And then I finally was like, you know what? Let's just do it. Let's just do it. I bought some really cheap equipment, and I had a guy that found me on Facebook. I posted a bunch of stuff on Facebook of my, of me doing screen printing. I printed my first shirt under my company name, that there's no one there to, I can ask questions to. Am I doing this wrong? Just the nerves itself. And I did it. And the guy came back to me. I was a little late on printing the shirts. He came to my house. He saw the shirts. He absolutely loved them. He came back to get some more shirts and loved those as well. But it was the fear and kind of the old mindset that I had before that stopped me and slowed me down, per se, to move forward. I could have moved forward 2 years ago, but I didn't do it. So now that's kind of taught me in a way to, if you want to do something, just do it. Push through the barriers of yourself, of you being scared, or just motivate yourself. If you have children, look at your kids and be like, this business is going to provide for my kids. I can take them to the zoo, Disney World, whatever. Look at your wife every day. If she's, she should be pushing you, Or on the woman's side, look at your husband and, he should be pushing you to do this. Um, and one of the things that kind of I did, and I did it without realizing that I even did it until months later. Part of the mindset is I was starting to attract business-minded people. They were willing to talk to me and give me advice, just from what they've done. And then everyone that is what you would call a 9-to-5er, that is perfectly happy with working 9 to 5, not really have the ability to move up within their company, whatever that position may be. If you love what you do and you work for somebody, this is, continue to do it. Love what you do. But all those people that had no desire to move up kind of to flock away from me. I've lost quite a few friends, no falling out, no disagreement. They just quit talking to me because all I talk about is business and, making my business a large business and a business that other screen printers or other graphic designers are like, he's actually competition. And, me buying a house and buying cars and, I'm really big on nice watches and, Nike hats and Adidas hats and things like that. So I had to make a plan to get myself there. I did horrible in school. I've never kind of part of the whole mindset thing is I've never done good, like really well when I work for somebody else and I've always been this way since I was, 14, 15, 16 years old when I first started to work. I've never been the one just to do it how I'm shown to do it. I'm always looking for a better way, a faster way, and a more efficient way. You have to be careful when you do that because then managers oppose you as a threat because you're trying to move up. And I've always tried to move up in anything that I do or be the best within the company. It doesn't always work out that way, but that's my goal. I've always, 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 always pushed myself to be better than everybody else. And I know some people frown upon that. Some people are like, right on, do it. But that's always been my mindset. And when you own your own business, you're the best in the company because you're the only one. So I've always had the mindset of being, owning my own company. Like I said before, I've dibbled and dabbled here and there, and I've never really been extremely happy. Never really, like I tried Herbalife and I was horrible at it because I didn't believe in that company. I didn't believe in what I was selling. I was a little better with, I was a reseller for Vistaprint, and it was kind of, what they were charging, their turnaround times, just what it took to, what options that they offered for businesses or, just any kind of business card, postcard, things like that. Your designs are limited. So I started designing my own and selling those, and I was kind of into it. Not really a big thing. And then I found screen printing, and I'm the happiest that I've ever been with screen printing because I absolutely love it. It's a huge industry. I'll never be without work, except in the winter in this state. But anytime I get a screen printing job, if I don't, if I'm not necessarily know how to do a certain thing, because in screen printing there's a bunch of different ways to do it. I learn, and I'll spend weeks and weeks and weeks learning and studying and things like that. So, just make sure if you're going to start a business, you enjoy it, you love it. It's something that you want to do every single day. You never know. This YouTube thing may end up blowing up and, it become, you never know. I may replace screen printing with YouTube or, probably not that, but I'll probably end up incorporating my screen printing business into YouTube. I know there's a bunch of YouTubers out there that, they actually do that and love doing it, love showing people how to screen print and how their business is going. I may end up doing that, cutting in my screen printing business into YouTube and make it part of the daily vlogs or whatever. Just keep your head up, stay motivated. and make sure that when you're starting a business, this is what you want to do. I know this video was a little boring. I promise you that they're not going to be as boring as they move forward. Remember, this is my first video, like actual video where I'm staring at the camera and I'm just sitting here talking to you guys. If you guys have any questions in any way, shape, or form, put the description down. Subscribe, like this video. Let's grow this channel. I'm probably here in the next couple of hours. I'm also going to do another video. But just remember, this is my first YouTube video. If it sucks, be gentle. If if there's something else that I need to do from, anyone else in the YouTube community that sees this video, if I'm rambling too much, just tell me, cut it down a little bit, make it a little shorter. I just looked at the clock, we're at 20 minutes. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut this video short here. I will include those bloopers, here in a minute, and it's just me, the nerves and stuff like that. So check out this video. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to it. I'm gonna leave some links to like Gary V's YouTube channel, a couple of other YouTube channels. Subscribe, like, and I see you guys in the next video. Ooh, no! Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. Why can't I talk?